Hey everybody, Movie Reviewer Next Door here, and I'm back with another review. And this time I am reviewing Accident Man. This is a 2018 action martial arts comedy film directed by Jesse V. Johnson, and it stars Scott Adkins, Ray Stevenson, Ashley Greene, Michael Jai White, Ray Park, Amy Johnston, David Paymer, Rosso Hennessy, and Nick Moran. In this film, sorry. In this film, Mike Fallon, the accident man, is a stone cold killer. When a loved one is murdered by his own crew, Fallon is forced to avenge the one person who actually meant something to him. So, what did I think of Accident Man? Well, this is a film that I've seen multiple times, and it's because I find it so freaking enjoyable that I have the feeling to watch it multiple times because this is just one of those like comfort food movies. And I'm gonna talk more about what I truly feel about this. I think this is a fantastic action movie. This is what action movies nowadays are missing and what a lot of action movies nowadays should be, but they aren't. Um, there have been other action movies from the past few years that I've loved though, of course. I've at least liked quite a few, loved like Kate. I liked Gunpowder Milkshake. I liked Close, even though I wouldn't exactly call that an action movie. It's more of a thriller. Um, there's, well, I mean, I like the John Wick series. Nobody. I loved Nobody. I really liked Violent Night. Um, but yeah, there's a ton of action movies that I like from nowadays, but it seems that independent films are really catching up to big budget movies and becoming way, way, way better. And this is one of those. But let me get to the cast first. Scott Adkins plays Mike Fallon. He is the accident man. He kills people, makes them look like accidents for a company. He does a really great job playing this role. He does a great job with the acting. He can really sell the one-liners. He's badass. He's handsome. He's got good comedic timing. And most important of all, he is a fantastic fighter. He has some really lightning fast kicks, some really lightning fast punches, and he sells all of his fight scenes in this. None of them feel like floaty. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of missed hits or anything. He is just a big professional and he deserves to have his own series. Ray Stevenson plays Big Ray. What a stretch. The owner of the Oasis Bar and the head of all of these hitmen. Uh, he does a great job playing this role. He's big and gruff, got a nice beard, full of personality himself. And yeah, he's a stone cold badass. Ashley Greene plays Charlie Adams, who is the girlfriend of Mike's former girlfriend, or uh, I don't know if she was gonna be fiance, but she at least girlfriend. She's not in a lot. She's not meant to be. She's fine. Um, Michael Jai White plays Mick. He is one of the assassins. He is special forces. Um, he does a decent job in his role. Um, he has some really good fight scenes as well. He is, again, another experienced fighter slash actor. He's really good at actually just acting, which is why he's been in a lot of movies that he's not fighting in. Um, Ray Park plays Mac. He's good. He's, again, another experienced fighter. You might recognize him as Darth Maul from the uh, Phantom Menace. Amy Johnston plays Jane the Ripper, who basically she sleeps with her marks and then kills them. She's really good in this type of role. She also has a really good fight scene with Scott Adkins near the end, and it was very impressively done. Um, Paymer plays Milton. He's basically the accountant for this group of hit people, mercenaries, whatever. He's really good at playing slimeball characters. He is a big character actor. He's been in a shit ton of movies. Um, yeah, he did a good job. And Nick Moran as Leonard Kent. He's kind of or no, Russell Hennessy is Carnage Cliff. He's a big burly dude with an axe. He kills people that way, and he does a good job playing this character. I remembered seeing him in Tribal Get Out Alive, which this is a way better movie than that. I liked Tribal Get Out Alive, but I kind of disown it now, given that Zara Phythian, the main actress, apparently got caught with her husband molesting kids. So I'm not going to be watching anything else with her. That includes Doctor Strange, even though she has a small part in it. I'm sticking by my morals. Um, Again, if you like those movies, good on you. It's just I don't like watching movies with pedophiles in them. Um, but yeah, Accident Man. This is, again, this is what I want in an action movie. You've got just like the different things. Story. The story is straightforward. Revenge for the murder of your loved one. Perfectly fine. Plot. Um, Main character. Mike Fallon, played by Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins sells this character. He is really good at acting. He is really good at fighting. He's really good at being suave, cool, handsome, and again, funny. Because this is kind of an action comedy. Uh, yes, it goes more into action comedy at certain points, and sometimes it goes more into just straight up action and serious action movie at that, which I'm fine with it. Given the plot, I can understand why. Um, I mean, I put this on my list of 30 underrated action thriller films, which I do stand by that. I do think this is a very underrated film, and not enough people talk about it in how you do an action movie right. Um, the fight scenes. There's plenty of fight scenes in this, all very well choreographed, very well done. Nothing feels overly edited. Nothing feels. Well, most of the shots in this are long shots on the actors, and I mean that's how you should do scenes like this. Um, but yeah, it's this is just a very well you can tell Jesse V. Johnson, the director, knows what he's doing because he's made multiple films like this. I don't know if I go between this and Avengement being his best because I haven't watched all of his films. I've seen this film and I love this film to death. I really do. I've seen Avengement, which is more of a crime drama than it is an action movie. It has action scenes and very brutal ones at that, but I do love what it does, and the people comparing all of his movies to other movies is ridiculous. Like comparing that to Guy Ritchie, like, oh, it's a crime thriller set in London. It's trying to be Guy Ritchie. Like, shut up. Just enjoy the fucking movie, you idiot. Um, there's The Butcher with Eric Roberts, which I thought was a pretty damn good movie as well. There's The Mercenary, which I thought it was good. And I do have some issues with certain parts of it. There's White Elephant with Michael Rooker and Olga Kurylenko, and also Bruce Willis. It was one of his last films. Um, I thought that was a good one. I did enjoy it. I liked the ending, uh, the huge shootout at the end. I like when movies like that try to do a lot with a little, and it seems like Jesse V. Johnson knows exactly how to do that. I've probably seen. Oh, Debt Collector. He also did Debt Collector, which I remember not minding it. I remember thinking it could use more variation because it was a lot of, oh, here to collect your debt. Oh, can't do that. Fight them, and it just kind of went over and over, did that over and over, and it was kind of like, maybe. It just seemed like something was a bit off with that one. It wasn't bad, mind you, but I just wish it was a little better. Um, but yeah, this director, Jesse V. Johnson, excuse me. really knows what he's doing in the action department. Even his kind of underwhelming films, Triple Threat, that's another one. Those kind of like supposed to be Expendables of the martial arts world. I really liked that one. A lot of people seemed very mixed on it. Maybe a little bit disappointing in certain aspects. They did have Chicha Yanin in it for like a little bit, and then she kind of dies early, which sucks. At least it was a gory death. But yeah, that kind of was a bit underwhelming. But still, it he knows what he's doing. He knows how to stretch the budget. He knows how to shoot action scenes, and very well at that. Um, he's just an astonishingly talented filmmaker. And whenever he's working with Scott Adkins, I know that I have to look at it. Even though Debt Collector, I'll have to rewatch it. I think both of them are on Netflix, so maybe sometime I'll do a Scott Adkins marathon. Um, but Scott Adkins as well is an actor that I feel he knows how to pick most of his roles because most of the films I've seen with him have been pretty dang good. Um, he also knows how to um, choreograph a bit, so he can also help with that with movies. He actually co-wrote this film with Stu Small. I don't know who this person is. This is based on a comic book. I never read it. It's from the 90s. I maybe at some point I'll try reading them, but I don't read a lot of comics. But this does feel like a comic book. The characters are very colorful. You got all these different types of assassins for different types of jobs, and it's definitely a movie that's I mean, there's going to be people who compare this to other movies. There were people online comparing it to John Wick. They said it was a John Wick ripoff. If you had said that it is similar to John Wick, I would have been fine with that. The fact that you went so bad faith that you were like, "Oh, it's ripping off John Wick intentionally." Yeah, John Wick is not original. That is going to be my argument because it's true. Nothing about John Wick or anything in the series is original at all. It's well done for the most part, but it's not original in the slightest. If you tell me that John Wick is original, any of the movies are original in any way, shape, or form, you are lying. I will I will say, can I laugh in your face? Not that I don't like them. I love the third John Wick movie. I like the first, and I think the second one is all right. But, and even to say those are like the best action movies ever, I would disagree with you wholeheartedly. But, um, still, the the thing about it is people making that lazy of arguments, where they say, "Oh, something is a ripoff," just because it has some similar plot points. Um, it's just all in all a very lazy argument to make. Um, especially in this case where, yeah, it's about assassins. It's about a bar with assassins in it. It's so similar to the hotel that has assassins in it. Like that's just a stupid argument to make as if John Wick created that, and it just pisses me off that no one can just watch a movie like this for what it is, which is an action movie. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself and going off the deep end or whatever. But this film is very impressive in what it does. It had a $6 million budget, I think, and it looks very, very good given that budget. Um, it is it's impressive how much Jesse V. Johnson was able to squeeze out of this. The effects are pretty well done, like blood effects and like all that. Um, again, a lot of the fight scenes sell the power behind them. Um, there were some really good bits of acting from Scott Adkins. There are some moments where he has to sell some kind of tough scenes, and I can give him all the credit in the world for that. And yeah, uh, not a ton I can say about this. Other than I hope more people will watch it. I think it's on Netflix. Um, no, it's on Tubi and Prime. Tubi, Prime, Freevee, and Plex. Um, so you can watch it on Tubi for free. Um, and one thing I will say, if there was anything I'd say was weird about this movie, there's a bit near the end where somebody gets their head cut off, and then there's a fart sound effect, a really bad sounding fart sound effect, really grainy, and then Scott Adkins makes a joke about like that's not too good for the environment. And when I first saw this, I completely missed that line because I was so flabbergasted that they reduced it to a fart joke. This like very climactic encounter. It's not like the final person or whatever, but like it's an important character in the movie, an important villain, and then there's a fart sound. As I guess because he farted after he died. Like I don't like you could have just done without it. Also, every Jesse B. Johnson movie, I swear, has like a scene where a head either gets where either someone gets decapitated or their head gets blown the fuck out of with a shotgun. I swear to God. That's just a thing that happens in Jesse B. Johnson movies. It happens in this, it happens in The Butcher, it happens in um Avengement, and it happens in White Elephant. Four of his movies. It's really an odd coincidence. Um But yeah, other than that scene, for the most part, the movie I think is pretty fantastically done. It is. Um, it speeds right by. Uh, very well done in pretty much every aspect, and yeah, I I again shout out to why is his name? His name isn't listed here. The freaking guy who did the um. Just a second. I gotta look up his name. Sean Murray. The score was really good from him. But yeah, I hope more people will watch this and give it a chance. I got the Blu-ray because I buy Blu-rays for movies that I care about. But yeah, uh, that was my review of Accident Man. If you've seen the film, comment down below what your thoughts are. And if you have any suggestions for films for me to watch, let me know that in the description. I keep saying description in the comments as well. And movie reviewer next door out.